Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rebecca, and I am here to help women stay fit and energized while they live life full time traveling and on the move. I am a full time RVer, and whether you live like me, you just happen to be a digital nomad that works remotely, or you're just constantly finding yourself living out of a suitcase, this channel is all about making fitness work with your lifestyle instead of feeling like you have to sacrifice anything. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you are not new, welcome back. Let's talk about something I think every traveling fitness lover has experienced. So you've arrived somewhere new. Let's say you're in Rome. You're excited to try the restaurants. You want to go get your 20,000 steps a day and explore everything this city has to offer. You get a couple weeks in and you realize, haven't been to the gym. I don't even know where the closest gym is. And let's not even talk about the inconsistencies with my nutrition. Anybody else been there? Because I definitely have. I've definitely been there. You think to yourself, like, it'll be different when I go to this next place. I'll find a gym, I'll buy groceries, I'll keep some food in the fridge, I'll be consistent when I get there. But then maybe the next place you get to, the hotel gym treadmill looks awful. And the only dumbbells they have are 5 pounds, which, no disrespect, but most of the lifts you're doing probably going to need something heavier. Maybe the local gym is really expensive, overcrowded, or honestly, you just really don't want to go and spend your time there. Or honestly, you might be moving so frequently that finding anything other than a hotel gym is just not fitting into your lifestyle. And every time you find any kind of rhythm, you pack your suitcase up and you got to start from scratch again. Honestly, I have had a lot of moments since I've traveled full time where I thought I was doing something wrong. The more I travel, the more I realize that the problem is not travel. Travel is amazing. The problem is that fitness and nutrition are routines that are really meant for consistency. A lot of what you find out there is meant for people that have really stable lifestyles. And when you're traveling, that's just not it. Traveling is amazing. Trying new foods is great, exploring new places. And honestly, exploring the world with my husband is something I wouldn't trade for anything. But I have had to learn how to create a fitness routine that fits this lifestyle. So, if you've ever felt like staying healthy while traveling is way harder than every fitness influencer likes to show it on Instagram, then you're in the right place because I'm here to help. Like I said, I'm Rebecca. I am a digital nomad. My husband and I both work full time, and we live in a 30-foot RV with our very spoiled Boston Terrier. And we end up traveling every 30 to 60 days somewhere new. Basically, that on top of my work travel means that sometimes I have access to a gym, sometimes it's a hotel gym with limited equipment, or nothing at all. So that's what brought me here. I want to help you figure out how to make this work in your lifestyle. If you are a full time traveler, you're in the right place. Because here's the truth, most of the advice that I found when I started doing this, it's assuming that you're sleeping in the same bed every night, you go to the same grocery store every single week, and you're training in the same gym every day. And the reality is, that's not my reality. And it's probably not yours either. So let's go back to little naive Rebecca when she first started consistently traveling. I have been living in an RV full time for almost a year, but quite honestly, the travel bug hit me many years before that. And I traveled 10 to 12 times a year and had to figure out how to make this work. So I was very naive. Little Rebecca went out into the world, traveled, and thought, I can still hit all of my goals. I will go and strength train 3 days a week and run 3 days a week and buy groceries and bring them to my Airbnb or my hotel gym, and nothing about my routine will change. It'll be the same. I'll just be in Ireland instead of America. How great is that? Just because I'm in a different city, that doesn't mean that I'm going to give up on my goals. Also, I'm going to be in cities. So I thought to myself, this won't be hard at all. I'll just find a gym in every city that I go to and I'll work out there. I know what you're thinking. Little naive Rebecca, you're crazy, and that is not realistic. And you're completely right. I was very naive. Some places had minimal options as far as a gym. Some are great, but some don't. Living in an RV means you often are parked relatively remote, which means the closest gym is an hour away, if not more than that. And then when you're exploring new cities, you're exploring the food there. You want to see what options are out there. I'm a foodie, so is my husband. And so we eat out a lot more when we're not, living in one place all the time. And that really messed with my nutrition. And so, I sat down and I had to realize that the problem isn't travel. Travel is great because honestly, it brings me and my husband so much joy. It's an adventure of a lifetime that we're so privileged to do. The reality is, I was trying to fit my old lifestyle into this new one that's built around moving every 30 to 60 days and not about being in one stable place all the time. So, I stopped chasing the perfect routine. Honestly, it didn't exist even when I was living in the same place. And so I started trying to put systems into place that could help me. I started asking myself, instead of how can I be perfect, what is the best that I can do today with what I have? And that's different for me. Some weeks that means that I find an amazing gym and I get all of my workouts in with all of the equipment I need. Other weeks, it means that I'm grabbing random dumbbells in a hotel gym and doing something that is honestly just good enough. Sometimes it means that I squeeze in a 2 mile run instead of a 4 mile run before I have to go to the airport to fly out. And the biggest thing I had to learn was that consistency doesn't always look the same. It doesn't have to be perfect to work and for you to get closer to your goals. And honestly, everything got a lot easier once I stopped fighting that reality. I realized that I could build a routine that still makes me feel strong, energized, and allows me to do all of the things I want to do when I'm traveling. So, if you are someone who loves traveling, you want to chase those new experiences and explore the world, but you don't want to leave your health and fitness routine behind because believe it or not, you can have both, you're in the right place. I have so much that I want to talk to you guys about. I have been really brainstorming, and every single week, I want to bring something new and valuable to you so that way you can find the inconsistent consistency that I have found in my routine. So I want to talk about things like how do you stay strong while you're traveling? Because if you are a woman, strength is incredibly important. I want to figure out if gyms are worth joining. I'd love to do reviews or if there's better options for you guys where you go. I want to talk to you guys about how to adapt your workouts when you're in a place that the gym is just terrible or you don't have any equipment at all. We're going to talk about when you're somewhere new, how do you still maintain a well balanced nutrition diet, but also not giving up on some of the adventure? I want to talk about how maintaining your energy is so important and how you can do that during constantly changing time zones and routines and environments because part of traveling is doing things. And so you want to feel strong and have the energy to do all of the things you want to do while you're out there. I want to talk about building these habits that support the nomadic lifestyle instead of constantly feeling like you're fighting against it. Because it's not just fitness doesn't look one way, right? Just like we all have different bodies, we all have different fitness routines. Honestly, my goal is I want to have the energy to explore all of the new places. I want to go on all of the beautiful hikes I can do. I want to walk 20 to 30,000 steps in a new city and not feel so exhausted. So let's chat a little bit about my philosophy. One thing you'll hear me say a lot on this channel is you don't need the perfect conditions. You need adaptable and flexible systems. Because the reality of a digital nomad is it's never going to be perfectly consistent. Your schedule changes, your location's going to change, your access to equipment, food, and routines are going to change, but you have to accept that that's okay. Your routine doesn't need to look like someone who has lived in the same place for the last 10 years. It needs to support a life you've chosen. I truly believe that you can build strength, you can take care of your health, and you can still experience everything that this world has to offer. You don't have to sacrifice one or the other. So, every week, I'm going to share some practical strategies, workouts that I do while I'm traveling, nutrition tips that I use while I'm on the road, gym reviews, and some of the flexible systems that I've put in place that have helped me stay healthy while I'm living this lifestyle. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm learning still and adapting, so we're going to figure it out together on the way. But if you're someone who loves adventure but still wants to feel strong, energized, and healthy, hit subscribe and let's figure this out together, no matter where you are in the world. Drop a comment below. Let me know where you are, and I'll see you guys next week.